This is 7 National News, and in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, has received the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and the accompanying delegation at Dhabi Palace. The Crown Prince of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and Deputy Ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, were also in attendance to welcome the Indian Prime Minister. During the meeting, His Highness the Ruler of Dubai stressed the great depth of friendship and historic cooperation between both countries and their people, and the two parties discussed ways to strengthen strategic cooperation to ensure the interests of both countries and people at various levels. The Indian Prime Minister expressed confidence in the UAE leadership and people, describing the country as a friendly one, noting that the UAE hosts the largest expat Indian community on its territory. At the end of the talks, the Prime Minister of India invited the UAE Vice President to visit India, with the invitation being accepted by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. And more than 50,000 people have attended a public speech delivered by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who thanked the UAE leadership for its efforts to support India at a global level, while also commending the role of Indian expatriates in the development of relations between both the countries. At an entertaining night of dance and action at the International Cricket Stadium in Dubai last night, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a warm welcome from thousands of Indian expats in the UAE. Addressing the huge gathering, the Prime Minister said that his visit, the first after 34 years by an Indian leader, marks a new phase in strategic relations between the two countries. During his speech, Narendra Modi thanked the UAE rulers for supporting India's bid as a permanent member of United Nations Security Council, stating that India is a country full of opportunities with 65% of its population below 35 years of age. In his remarks about the relationship with the UAE, Modi added that trust is a big factor in the development of international relations, and that he is confident that the strong partnership between India and the UAE will provide a foundation that will help future generations of both countries. Rounding up his remarks, the Prime Minister also stated that the world is looking at India in a new light. He attributed this change as a result of its economic success, as well as the will and determination of the 1.25 billion Indian people around the world. Prior to delivering his speech at the cricket stadium, the Indian Prime Minister also attended a reception hosted by the Indian community, which was attended by a number of people from the business fraternity in the UAE.
I have been received at the airport, and it was a very warm welcome that I received. This is not my welcome alone. This is like respecting the 1.25 billion population of Indians. I am very happy to see my fellow Indians contributing in the growth and development of the UAE. It is your hard work and success that has given a good name to India all over the world. The relationship between India and the UAE has grown immensely because of the contribution of 2.6 million Indians living in the UAE. This is not Modi's success. This is the success of all Indians living in the UAE. I urge all you people to continue working harder for the betterment of our country.
He is coming specially to the UAE and flying back to India. So that's a very significant visit, I think. And India and UAE are very close partners in trade, in commerce, politically also. I think this visit is going to be a defining feature in terms of our trade, in terms of our investment, and in terms of the political significance that the visit carries.
Amazing. This is magical. This is godly. This is the best Prime Minister, the best ambassador for India ever. And he's telling us to do the same as he's doing. I think he's a yogi. That's what I feel. And he's wanting all of us to be smaller yogis. It's a time for India. The biggest confidence is the man himself. We feel somebody can deliver. There are so many problems we face as Indians in India. We feel there is somebody who will come and help us out, and we got to believe in him. And he can't do it alone. We have to help him.
There has been a 21% drop in the number of drivers during the first half of the year that have been breaking the law in Abu Dhabi by suddenly swerving or using their mobile phones while driving. During the first 6 months of the year, Abu Dhabi Police's Traffic and Patrols Directorate recorded 17,498 offences compared to 22,157 the year before. In a statement sent to a local Arabic language newspaper, Colonel Mohammed Salim al-Shahi, the head of the Department of Violations and Vehicle Impounds, said that traffic offences resulting from the use of mobile phones while driving dropped by 19.68% and accounted for 10,361 violations compared to 12,900 violations in the same period last year. Testing on Dubai Tram is being carried out this week, which will affect the JBR Dubai Marina loop, according to Dubai's Roads and Transport Authority. The RTA authorities were quoted as saying that testing on Dubai Tram will be carried out until Thursday this week. It was mentioned that during this testing phase, the short loop serving stations Jumeirah Beach Residence JBR 1 and 2, Jumeirah Lakes Towers JLT and Dubai Marina Mall will not be available for use. However, authorities have stated that the affected stations and other stations will continue to be served by Dubai Tram on the larger loop, which runs from JBR to As-Safur. RTA officials said that because of these changes, the headway between trams will be 6 to 10 minutes during the day. Authorities have suggested that commuters travelling from Dubai Marina Mall to JLT or JBR have two ways to do so this week. They can either disembark at Dubai Marina metro station and take the tram in the opposite direction, or alternatively, they can sit out the entire route from JLT to As-Safur and back. In order to increase public awareness about suitable fuel for their vehicles, ADNOC Distribution has announced that it will clearly highlight the octane levels of fuel at stations to assist drivers in making the right choice. According to ADNOC, the move should ensure maximum fuel and engine efficiency while contributing to more savings for consumers, also leading to reduced greenhouse gas emissions in the process. ADNOC officials quoted in a local report highlighted that there is a common misconception that using higher octane level fuel than required for a lower performance engine assists in engine efficiency and cleanliness or provides more mileage. The public has been advised to use Super 98 for low compression engines, Special 95 for medium compression engines, and E Plus 91 for high compression engines. It has also been recommended that motorists refer to the manufacturer's manual, as using the wrong octane fuel in a vehicle can cause long-term damage and lead to costly repairs. The Sharjah International Book Fair has approved 815 publishing houses from all over the Arab region to participate in its 34th edition, which begins in November this year. The chairman of Sharjah Book Authority, Ahmed bin Raqad Al-Amiri, was quoted in Emirates news agency WAM as saying that the participation of so many publishers 3 months prior to the opening is an indication that this year the fair will have a record number of publishing houses compared to the previous year. It was mentioned that during the 33rd edition of SIBF, 1,256 publishers representing 59 countries participated, including over 1.4 million titles. The chairman stated that evaluating hundreds of applications from the local and regional Arab publishing houses is a painstaking process, as the approval process includes ensuring that publishing houses comply with the terms and conditions for participation and affirms their commitment to intellectual property rights. According to preliminary statistics, the UAE is in the lead in terms of the number of publishing houses that will participate, followed by Egypt, Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, Saudi Arabia, and finally Morocco. The 34th edition of Sharjah International Book Fair will be held between the 4th and 14th of November at the Expo Centre in Sharjah. And finally, in the bulletin, with the UAE regarded as a market with one of the highest smartphone penetration rates in the world, phone users can look forward to getting their hands on new Samsung devices later this month with the launch of the Galaxy Note 5 and S6 Edge Plus designs. Samsung Electronics unveiled the specifications and features of their new flagship devices at a launch ceremony, which will enter the UAE market on the 28th of August. Both the devices will carry enhanced services and features which are expected to generate a large interest among phone users in the country. Priced at 2,000 dirhams, 2,799 dirhams, the Note 5, bearing a 5.7-inch screen, has been described as an ideal device for multitaskers, while the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, which will also have the Android 5.1 Lollipop operating system, will be priced at 3,000 dirhams, 3,099 dirhams rather, with enhanced multimedia features. Speaking during the launch event, the Samsung representative added that they are expecting large number of sales due to the brand's popularity here in the UAE, as well as it serves as an important destination to enter the regional market.
We have a lot of new features actually. It's completely revamped from the previous Galaxy Note 4. New material, of course, is being used, which is the glass and metal. We have improved the internal memory as well. It's 4 GB instead of 3 now. A lot of improvement on the S Pen usability, that for example today you can pull out the pen and you can use even when the screen is off, when it's black, and it will automatically take it and then save it for you somewhere else. Plus, of course, we have the side-sync camera is also improved. Some what we call sharing, where you can share, for example, your videos directly with your friends through, let's say, Facebook, if you have been an event and you want to share them directly as well. Those are like some of the key major features. Of course, UAE for us in my region, let's say, because I manage Gulf market except Saudi, it's our #1 market. And of course, Dubai being very important, being the mirror of the region for launching new devices. So it's one of the most important markets for us.